Hey there, my minions. Stone Dog barking at ya with another Dog of the Dead, and this one's kind of special because I like this place. This is the Taft Pioneer Cemetery, just outside of Lincoln City on the Oregon coast. And as you can see behind me, there's a whole lot of the coast there. But this one is really a nice cemetery. I'm standing in front of the it's a Taft Cemetery dedicated to this World War II watchtower in honor of the service members. And but this is still being used, and so it's kind of an interesting cemetery. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Yeah, this place was put in here in the early 1800s, and just thrown in the hills here in the banks of the ocean, you know, just outside of Lincoln City. I'm going to make sure I don't fall here. But yeah, it's just kind of goes down, flows on down, and there's old ones and new ones and everything. You can see where certain areas have fairly newer headstones, but then also some old ones mixed in. So I'm getting the feeling that this place was it's being used, but just wherever, you know, it's sparsely, there's no set rules as to where things go. See? That was Leonard H. Ebert, November 17, 1892, April 5th, 1942. And that wasn't that long ago. But as you look and see, there's a whole hillside of stuff to see up here. There's William A. Stanley. See, it's further in 1937, but 2016. So that wasn't that long ago. Here's Terry Bright. Can't really see the date on there, but that's fine. Here's some angels. Look at this. These are wonderful. Over here, we've got some more angels. There. You see one's fallen. Here's what I will do though. Set that back up there. Oh, and set that little bird up. So there we go. There's the wings. And there's one right there. That's fairly new. Another one there. And there's some more angels over here. So let's see. This is for Juliana Miller Taylor. December 10th, 1981. October 31st, 2008. And so, my minions, this place is really not more than an acre, maybe a little more, but and it's just nestled in the hills. I love this. I could spend eternity looking out at the ocean out there. Looks like a lot of people get to. See? And to tell you the truth, I've never been in this part of the country before. And I love this cemetery. This is really awesome. Very, very peaceful. Very beautiful. Like I said, it seems to me like this would be an exceptional place to pass eternity, right? And as I said, there's new ones and old ones and everything in between. There's a flagpole over there, but I don't see a flag up, and they've got a military area. But the view here is incredible. I mean, there's people that would probably pay $1 million to live in a house that had this view, and they probably do. Oh, here we go. These frogs have a view, and Connie Butler and W. Louise Butler. Let's see, Connie 1967 to 2000, and W. Lewis 1947. So he's still with us. Here's Martha, Marty Hand, and Ralph Jean Hand. Here's to you, Hands. Here's a hand to you, Hand. There's another one there that's not fairly fresh. Here's some George L.E. Call, 1934, 2005. And there, look at this one's kind of cool. That's Fletcher, but check out how it's sunk into the ground there. So that's probably because the vault underneath that those are in wasn't steady enough, and it rotted and caved in. But that's fairly unique, kind of cool. Here's another big one like that. That's another Fletcher. And that's 1992, so not that old. There's some more angels and Mother Marys and what have you here, and then you can just look back out over the way, and they've kind of got a couple of these. Looks like they're in the ground vaults. There's one with a logger on it. It's Wolfersberger. Well, that's a nice solid name. And but see how this is built here. I bet you see there's a whole family in this little area. Cause see all the little names in the plaques. And then you get down over here too, and it's very similar. Cause see all the little indentations here for all the different families. And here's one that's actually have a vault even, and then all the families around it. And so this is a pretty cool cemetery, my minions. I'm glad I took the time to have the adventure to get out here, because it really was an adventure. So anyway, my minions, we've walked around here a bit and seen most of this, because like I said, it's only an acre or so, acre and a half maybe, and yeah, there's quite a few things in here, but nothing that really super stands out other than just you can tell there were a lot of loved people here and a lot of founding members of the communities around us, I suppose. See, here's one that's got a lot for a whole family that still has a lot of fresh remembrances on it. So there are people that are still being remembered, and we'll take a little look down here at a couple of these other ones, and check out the sign over here. Here we go. This will do it for us. And I love this gimbal. It makes sure I don't fall down, or if I do, the camera doesn't roll and stuff. So here we go. Yay! There we are, folks. Taft Pioneer Cemetery. Oh, it's established in 1904, so I guess this isn't as old as I thought it was. Maybe there's another one up here. Somebody told me that one of them up here is really, really old, and but that's really neither here nor there. There's another spot we can look out here before I bid you all adieu. I guess this is a map of the area, and can tell us who's buried where, but there again, don't see anything on it. There's a thing for, they were looking for donations and that kind of stuff, so well, maybe they need it. And so my minions, this has been the Toad and Dog barking at you from Taft Pioneer Cemetery on the good old Oregon coast just outside of Lincoln City. And I've been enjoying this one a lot, even though it's not, you know, the most unique cemetery in the world, but it is to me. I just think it's pretty cool. So I'm heading back up here where I left my camera bag and all that stuff, and I'll give us one more look out there at the great Pacific Ocean. And think about spending eternity laying on this hill, gazing out there at the ocean. I mean, it's kind of an overcast day, but see, here's a bench. I'm gonna sit out here and we'll look out there as I call it a day. So I think this is like my 111th episode of Dog of the Dead, somewhere in there. And I'd like to thank all you folks. I love you. Please like and subscribe. I'd like you to comment. Everybody, comment on me. Tell me even if you don't like it. But if you've watched it this far or know what I'm doing, apparently you like a little bit. So, peace, my friends. I love y'all. And I hope I can see you before you're in a place like this. But make sure you keep an eye on your kids. Tell the people you love them. And go visit the ones that have passed. Say the names so they can be remembered. You know, a person dies twice in his life. I think I've said this before. You know, the first time when you quit breathing, your heart stops beating, they have to bury you. But the second time when the last person utters your name. And that's why as a species, you know, we have such a predilection of carving our names in stone and leaving monuments and legacies. But unfortunately, most of the time it has to do with how much money you've got, especially in the big cemeteries and everything. But quite often, like in cemeteries like this, you can just see how much people really care for their dead. And a lot of times too, some of these are so old that even the people that cared about the people that are dead. And so there's very few that even remember them. Well, I do, and that's why I try to speak as many of the names that I can. Look at my band thing. There's a song called Forgotten Names, Digital Violence. That's on YouTube too. That's all about what I do. So I'm going to say goodbye now because there's another one around here I'm going to find, I think. I love y'all. Let's try to look at that right behind me. It's so cool because there's a whole nother part of the city. I think that's southern Lincoln City up there. So I was just in the northern part up there. Well, anyway, peace, my friends. Love you, and take it easy. This has been Tone Dog out. Bye.